Bobby say Dinobots are finally complete. Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another cool toy review. Today we are reviewing the new Studio Series 86 Swoop, the fifth and final of the classic Dinobots. Ironically, he was the last one to come out in the set of 5 Dinobots for the Studio 86, despite Snarl being the only member who's in the movie the least, and he is in the movie. He is in the movie for at least a couple of scenes. Very short, but he is in the movie. And I just think that's always strange that Swoop came out last despite being in the movie way more than Snarl, and we got Snarl before we got Swoop. Anyway, here he is in the packaging. Really awesome. This one has open window packaging, so you can touch Swoop inside the box. For those of you who are seal collectors and still kind of want to play with your toys, and now you can. Just a little bit, but not a lot, okay? Awesome artwork of him in his pterodactyl mode right there. Again, you've got that artwork right there. More of a close-up of it right here, but from a different perspective. And then on the back, you have him in robot mode. You have him in pterodactyl mode. You can see the backdrop. And that's pretty much it for the packaging. And here is Swoop out of the packaging. And he looks really good. Nice and big. He is on his 86 backdrop. You've got Autobot City getting blitzed here in the background. A similar backdrop that we've already seen with some other Studio Series Dinobots in particular, actually. But there you go. You can pose him on this. You see he has his sword in his hand. In addition to Swoop's Energon's sword and his rocket blasters, he does come with Grimlock's Energon sword. So now we finally have the King's sword to go with his blaster. So our Grimlock is properly dual wielding, and I am so happy. Now, as far as the other two Energon swords go for the other Dinobots, because Snarl came with his sword, those come with the leader class comic book Grimlock. Grimlock comes with his sword as well as the other two swords for Slag and Sludge in that release, for those of you wondering where to get those other accessories. He also has his wing rockets, and I really like these because they blast from out of his rocket launchers, just like in the animation, and of course, just like the original toy. You can also take them off, and he can wield them like blasters. They have this really awesome groove right here, so it just fits right there over the hand. So he can use his rockets as just regular blaster pistols as well, which I really like. He is very articulated in his robot mode. Head is on a ball joint, fully articulated shoulders. It can go all the way around. In principle, if you move the wing out of the way, you can especially do that. Upper bicep, single jointed elbows, wrists swivel right there. Wrists also go in and out due to transformation. I like when you transform the hand into the wrist, you've got these cool little vents right here. More on that when we have him in pterodactyl mode. He also has wings that can go in and out. You can also articulate this other section of the wing on this double hinge joint. You can leave this section up like this, or unclip it and tab it in down like so. You can see that Autobot insignia on that side, and there's one mirroring it on this side as well. But typically he has his wings folded on his back when he's in robot mode. He also has waist swivel. Hips go forward and back, in and out on the side. You have an upper thigh. Double jointed knees. There's a knee joint there. There's a knee joint there. You can articulate his dinosaur toes right here that are part of his kneecaps. Side to side ankle joints, forward and back, mostly due to transformation. Same with this little heel joint right here. He is slightly the smallest of the 5 Dinobots, but Swoop always was the smallest of the 5 Dinobots. And real quick for comparison, here is Swoop next to Grimlock, Slag, Snarl, and Sludge. Took me a second. They are so big, I had to move my camera back, actually, because I thought I had eyeballed it well enough, but I hadn't. So there is all 5 Studio Series 86 Dinobots in all of their big and awesome glory. Alright guys, transformation is really simple on Swoop. In fact, he is the simplest to transform out of the Dinobots next to Grimlock. What we're going to do is we're going to start by removing that Energon sword right there. Come around to the back, untab those wings, flare them out, make them look really cool like so. Next, rotate him back around. We're going to flip those wrists inside, and then we're going to open this little cap here, fold the face in, and then it's going to tab in and lock his robot mode head in place. So you can do this. And then you can have Swoop running around with this goofy pterodactyl head sticking out of his chest instead of having his regular robot mode head, which I am all for. This is silly, and I love it. Also, just like some of the other Dinobots, Swoop does have a Bloosh-compatible port in his Dino mode mouth, so you can put blast effects and simulate the laser fire from Swoop's mouth, just like in the animation. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to untab these shoulder sections, raise this section up, and then with these double hinge joints right here, collapse the chest in on itself and meet it together in the middle like so. You'll hear that snap, so it all clicked into place. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out these arms at his sides. There's a tab right here and a tab right here. Those are going to tab into the back of the arm when it's straightened out, because that's how his beast mode looked in the animation as well. Next, we're going to straighten out those ankle joints, fold in those heels, and then fold the feet down until they click into place. Come around to the back, you've got these 2 tabs right here, and then you've got these 2 strips right here. You're just going to fold those legs back until they tab into place over that section. And there's his Dino mode toes. And there is Swoop in his Dino mode. And he looks really awesome in his Dino mode. He's got some good size to him. Again, you can adjust those wings for different poses and positions. Technically, you should have them back like this, but honestly, I like it either way. I think there's cool different poses and styles with both, and yeah, go with either one, whichever you prefer. I think it looks good both ways, like this, or like this. Which do you prefer? Let me know in the comments down below. And then, of course, he still has his rockets down here. So as far as pterodactyl mode articulation goes, quite a bit less than his robot mode. Of course, the jaw opens and closes, head goes up and down, head also goes up and down right there. You've got this little neck piece to fill in that gap. You can also tuck it in and get the head further down so you can have him in his standing position, like in the movie, or when he wants Cup to tell him the good part of the story, tell him good part, which I also really like. Obviously, the wings articulate on that double hinge right here, just like they did in his robot mode. Nothing right here at the arms because these are exhaust vents or thrusters, whichever you want to imagine them as. You also have a couple of thrusters right here in the bottom of the feet, which I really like, which are hidden when he's in robot mode because this is the knee joint when he's in robot mode, which is really cool. The paint on this guy is really good. You've got the silver wings like Swoop has with that nice Dinobot gray color. Would have been nice if they finished the red strip right here. Paint-wise, it's missing it on both of my Swoop's legs, unfortunately. But other than that, this figure has been a long time coming, and now we're going to see them all side by side in their dino modes too. And here they are in their dino modes, and just like in robot mode, they look really great side by side. Even arguably better. Of course, I had to go with the flight stand with Swoop right there, which I think ties it all together even better. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's review featuring the new Transformers Studio Series 86 Swoop, the 5th and final classic Generation 1 Dinobot. What did you think about the new Swoop overall? Is this the Swoop you are searching for? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you're searching those toy shelves. He is hitting retail shelves right now. Search those Targets, search those Walmarts, and check your online retailers such as Hasbro Pulse, BigBadToyStore.com, and Entertainment Earth for availability on this awesome figure right here. Like and subscribe and follow us on social media, and check CoolToyReview.com daily for more awesome Transformers fan content and cool toy review content. Check out RebelScum.com for all kinds of awesome daily Star Wars toy review content. Check out Rebel Scum Conventions with an S for Rebel Scum Con. Year 2 is coming up on that, and it was a lot of fun at Year 1. And go to CollectorsOracle.com, make a free account today, and start managing your collection like a pro. Currently, we are tracking brands such as Hasbro and Playmates with Star Wars toy lines you can mark and catalog in your collection, and some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy lines that you can mark and catalog in your collection, all absolutely free. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.